Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below.
The lights are coming on. We have 5 red lights and it is lights out and away we go. The Azerbaijan Grand Prix is underway. It looks like a fairly decent even start across the front row of the grid. Warden possibly trying to look down the middle of a Red Bull. HO diving up the inside, but not really much to do there as Jared has held onto his lead down into turn number 2. Fens in second. Then we have, it looks like a Red Bull and a Force India going side by side over third place as those car already off in the wall. Back in the pack, we've got HO and Warden going side by side down into turn number 3. The Force India is on the inside and he gets that move done quite comfortably as Codemasters also gets up the inside of New Zealand Ryan and possibly leaves the door open for that laggy person. He can't quite make that move stick.
Oh, Warden runs very, very wide through to one that almost puts himself in the water. This is giving both HO and Codemasters a bit of an opportunity as we come now down on to the second straight. If I'm not mistaken, they won't have DRS. Oh no, sorry, they do. I've got mistaken there. I've lost where my DRS activation points are around this track there. But yeah, Warden is almost starting to feel the pressure already in this race. Makes a big lockup very, very early on in this race. HO down the inside, in towards turn 3, towards turn 2 there. A little bit of contact made between the pair of them there. Is Codemasters going to be able to capitalise this? He's going to try and follow HO on the inside here. He might have a look at the inside of HO as well here in towards turn 3. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is. Can he get the car slowed down? Oh, just about there. What a move by Codemasters. Unfortunately, HO does read it like a book. They'll get the switch back. And this is already getting very, very tight between all of them. Warden as, yeah, just backed out there, doesn't want to get in the battle with New Zealand Ryan there, and I think he's going to slot in just behind there. So a little bit unfortunate for Warden, but clearly not feeling the confidence on those tires here. It looks like he might have already burnt them out here, and that is not ideal on just lap 4 of this race.
And there goes the DRS flap open on that rear wing. He pulls to the outside of the Red Bull. You can see just how much of a difference the DRS makes, and he blasts past HO and up into third place. And a very easy move there for Codemasters. And now it's 2 Williams on the podium with Jared still out in the lead, but Fens is starting to reel him in.
Oh,
Warden's out.
Oh,
Warden's out.
What happened to, oh, he's
Castle section as well.
That's very, very unfortunate. Oh, that's, yeah, very, very unfortunate for Warden there. And then there were 12 in this race there. He's played another victim. So as soon as I say that, Jared into the pit lane there, the first one to blink of this start there. Codemasters as well into the pit lane. So it's clear that Fens is going to try and go out a little bit longer there. Ryan as well in the pit lane. HO as well in the pit lane. Everyone but Fens has come in on this lap. So clearly, I'm not too sure obviously if everyone had that idea just straight off the bat, or whether Jared sort of dictated this one and kept control of this race. But Fens now needs to push like crazy over these next couple of laps if he wants to try and stay out in P2 here, because he could quite easily get jumped by his teammate Greek and then potentially Ryan as well.
I think the working temperature of the tyre is probably a little bit higher than what the black... Oh! He's in the wall, turn 8. He's kept his wheel and it looks like his front wing, and Berserk's out just behind him. 2 cars in the wall at turn 8 on the same lap. One out, one without damage.
What his teammate did. It almost is like a mirror image the way he's parked on the track there. So not a good day for Force India there. Both cars out through the castle section. That is not what they wanted there. And yeah, Berserk is almost a mirror image. Someone needs to get that on Twitter, just a side-by-side of those 2 instances there. That is very, very unfortunate for Master Berserk. They're now out of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And that means only 1 driver now, as long as everyone makes it to the end, that will not be scoring points. Jared now is starting to feel the pressure. Greek is really all over the back though of the Mercedes. It's not too often we see a Williams fight Mercedes, but it's something you love to see. Throwback to the 2014 days every so often as well here. Obviously back when Codemasters as well was in a bit of his heyday, so maybe, you know, we're starting to see the return of Greek. And is he going to be able to fight for this race victory here? Into, oh, that's a bit of a punter pass. That's British touring cars if ever I've seen it. Aussie V8s as well for those that live in the land down under. I'm not too sure if Greek's picked up any damage from that one there as he comes through the final couple of corners. I'm not 100% sure if he has, but he's still going to try and look for the run side by side down the front straight. It's going to be a drag race in towards turn 1 here. Jared, though, does seem to have the legs as Greek. Yeah, no, he finally uses the ERS as well there. He's using ERS modes 4 and everything. So, yeah, Jared clearly has a little bit of extra top-end speed there, and he's able to defend down the straight, and Greek Master holds on to P2 for now. Jared just kicks the car over those curbs there, and Greek needs to play this strategically. He doesn't need to go for it. As soon as I say that, he looks up the inside contact made between the pair of them there. That got a little bit close. The comfort, I think, for the pair of them. There's 7 laps to go of this race. What a battle this is turning out to be at this stage of the day, and it's bringing Fens back into it as well here. Fens is less than 2 seconds back once more in this race, but yeah, Jared is doing absolutely everything he can within his power at this stage of the day. Greek almost up to 220 miles an hour as we came in towards someone. He's going to be on the outside once more. He does slot up now into lead, but runs way too deep in towards someone there. Jared runs deep as well, lucky not to put himself in the wall. Fens is surely going to be able to have a look around the outside. Is Greek Master going to try and defend from this one? I can't look around the cars. No, he doesn't. Fens now up into P2 there, and that was not what Greek Master wanted there, but very, very fortunate for Jared that he ran a little bit wide as well there, but didn't make the mistake as big as Greek there, and that is not what Greek needed in this race. Is still all over the back, though, of DLC Jared in this race. Is he going to be able to have a look for any sort of moves down in towards the front straight? Oh, I probably have to go and say that seems just about fair. No, not a 5-second penalty, but definitely a warning at least. That was far too much curb. That was all 4 wheels of the track there from my point of view anyway, but sometimes there's a bit of decent from that one there, but I'm sure he might be able to get that converted. But that now almost guarantees that he's still going to pick up a 3-second time penalty from this race. So Jared now, would he still fight this, or would you not want to... Oh, that's in the pit lane. That's a bit interesting. I'm not too sure if there's any rules about that one there, but I don't think it's going to make any difference. Fens right around the outside. Oh, Jared keeps contact! It's contact! Oh, no! Fens halfway around there. That was not what he needed in this race. Jared, how lucky is he going to get with these Williams car? 4 laps to go of this race, and it all started to reach boiling point here, and this could almost bring Greek Master into this once more.
Yeah, this is getting incredibly feisty. Jared, interesting move back down the inside, let's say, into turn number 1. A desperate move is probably what I'd label it. He only had his front wheel alongside Fens' rear wheel. A bit of contact was sending that Williams into a spin, but the Williams then made contact again with the Mercedes, spun him back in the right direction, and things are back how it is, except Jared has held on to the lead of that race, and I think he might have to redress that position, give Fens the lead of the race back, because that was... I'm not sure that was a completely legal move there from Jared, but doesn't look like he's going to do that, and maybe that could go to the stewards after the race. I guess we're going to have to wait. The Williams to the outside. What can he do down into turn number 1? Hard on the brakes, and it looks like he has done it around the outside, and Fens takes the lead of this Grand Prix. Potentially Jared not finding it too hard because of what happened on the previous lap. Maybe that was his form of redressing, waiting for the opportunity where he could give up that position with the least possible time gained, but he's trying to come back at him down towards turn number 3, but it looks like he is running out of ERS power. He's trying to look around the outside. There's going to be contact. So close to contact. Their wheels sort of interlocked, and that prevented contact with the wall. Back up the inside. Contact again between the Williams and the Mercedes, bouncing off each other, ping-ponging off each other a little bit, and now down into turn number 5, still side by side, so tight through this section of track. I'm not too sure how these two have kept it out of the wall and kept their cars in one piece, and Jared just snakes across back into the lead of this race. Now Greek is right there. It's now a 3-way battle as we head through the castle section with 2.5 laps to go.
Yeah, what a both drivers there. We spoke about earlier on in this race that they need to keep it clean. Both of them desperately want the full 25 points in these late stages there. They've both got a fair bit down this front straight here. Is Jared going to be able to defend that once more? It's going to be very close. I think Fens, though, is probably going to run out of the ERS. Once it goes below 10%, you really start to lose a whole lot of the performance there, but he does still make it work. Greek Master, I think, is just biding his time at this stage of the race there. Fens now back up into the lead. Jared having to go defensive. Will the Williams work together? Greek sends it down the inside there. Very late lunge. Oh, a bit of contact made between the pair of them there, and this could give Fens the opportunity to run away in these final couple of laps. Are the Williams going to work together in these late stages of this race? All the penalties, that's a very late lunge from Greek there. Again, a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact there, but unfortunately for Greek Master, it's cost him a whole lot more time than it has Jared there. And weirdly enough, I've just seen Ho has jumped New Zealand Ryan at this late stage of the race there as well. So that's something that we certainly do need to watch out for as well. I'm not too sure what has happened to him, but yeah, the gap at the front. Everyone now is about a second apart here, but it's absolutely crucial for Jared that he gets back up within that 1 second window of Fens if he still wants any chance to take home this race victory there. But I think Greekmaster, with those couple of late lunges, may have just opened up the opportunity for his Williams teammate there. He just really just held up Jared in a bit of a weird way there, and it's given Fens an absolute golden opportunity to try and sprint away with just 1 lap to go of this Azerbaijan Grand Prix. What a crazy race is going to come through, I think, for the race victory here in this race. I think I just said Greek on the back of Greek there. Greek on the back of Jared even. I should say down through this final down the front straight here. Is he going to be able to make the move? Jared tries to defend with all the final little bits of ERS. I think he's just going to be able to do so there. He does hold on for P2. It will effectively be P1 at the end of the day with all the penalties coming into play there. HO in P2 there. Greek P3. Fens in 4th. Ryan in 5th there. And it seems Neon Tridom is, I wouldn't call it best of the rest, but he does look like he's going to come through for P6 here as well in this race. So it's depending on how all the penalties do form up after this race as well. What a race that has been in the end there. Obviously, Jared, I would say overall he definitely deserves to hold on to that, but I think all 4 of those top guys as well certainly deserve to hold on for that race victory. Everyone there has done really, really well there. Neon Tridom comes through for P6 ahead of DLG Gamble. Drop Bear I think is going to come through. I'd be highly impressed if he had 18 seconds worth of penalties around Azerbaijan as well there in P8 with Press BC in P9 on the 3 stock there, and that laggy person down in P10. Still scoring points there. He will get his first points on the board in this race after just mixing in Bahrain win an 11th place.
If you guys did enjoy the stream, make sure you do like it. Of course, if you guys are new to the Apex Online Racing channel, make sure you do subscribe. Of course, there's all the European races coming up, which will be streamed as well as the Americas, as well as all the other streams on AOR across lots of different other sim racing. And of course, you can support both me and Matt personally. Our links to our Twitter and YouTube channels will be down in the description. But that's going to do it for us today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.